Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he does go. We already have seen him play Ziggs once. It was into the Azir matchup, and he did play well on it. And now, this time, going to be into the Orianna. So Azir going to fall all the way through picks and bans.
Losing to 100 Thieves, who put on a great performance, no doubts about it. But I think the expectation is
Kanavi.
that LPL #1 seed can do a little bit more as Jacula flashes forward, flag and drag onto Elk. No escape for the Yanara. We talked about a gank bot, and it's top. Still a couple of minutes before we have the grubs, so would be a slightly undermanned fight down towards the bottom side. Call of the Fort God being used. Good brittle procking here from Bin as 369 might have to invest his flash to get out of this one. Scrap shield down, 369 down to 200 HP. Bin just walking forward. Now 369 has the equalizer, gets a bit of health from the level up as well and forces Bin away. Shadow's coming in from that tri-bush. Meanwhile, a Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't quite hit as 369 is able to dodge to the side of it. On the top side, On getting caught out by top Esports. Jackie Love gets the kill. Equalizer down towards bot to clear out the wave. Shadow trying to flank 369. Elk needs to run away. 369 flashes. Jackie Love is now 700 gold ahead of Elk. And they're just going to keep forcing Elk away from this topside tower. 15 CS down, does now have his sums up, but he's only sitting BLG, not reacting to the grubs being started by top.
Yep, On is in the area. Doesn't seem to have... Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any interest in trying to contest here. BLG are just going to give it up. So Shadow just doing that red buff. Will be 3 grubs going the way of TES, but that's a pretty big win for them. You know, BLG, while they are behind, they do have some very powerful scaling options, some really strong team fights. So as long as they can stabilize, they should be okay.
Golden Fortress down again. Bin flashing forward for the second knockup. Well played by Bin. Gets the kill down towards the bottom. Try to set up around top. The wave cleared away means that BLG will survive any possibility of a dive, and BLG are on the board.
Yeah, clean little Ornn combo there from Bin, giving no ability for 369 to react. He pops the R and then flashes forward to redirect it even closer. Elk's going.
Elk looking for it. Elk of Judgment coming out. There's the heal as well. Jackie Love still has the flash in the barrier. We'll just use one of them. And TP coming in behind. Elk still has a flash. Double TP, as you say, invested on. One more will be enough for the concussive blows. Cataclysm out. Elk flashes away from the flag and drag. On locked up in the cage as he will be chased down. A double for top. Great collapse from them to get 2 in the top.
Stay aggressive and keep pushing this pace.
Satchel charge away. Hung going forward here. On there in time with the tangle buffs. Glacial Fisher going out though, and Knight's already used the flash. Concussive blows for the stun, and top Esports find.
So now they're going to try to turn this into a dragon here. TES in the area. Knight pushes out top, and now he's going to TP mid to try to cover there.
Jackie Love has flash. Crescent Guard coming out from Shadow. Jackie Love's going to have to flash, but Bin's on the flank, and they just have to abandon him. Jackie Love charged down by the Ornn. Unbreakable out from Hung. The call of the Forge God, a prayer to the heavens. But BLG, as they begin to turn
spot in this ward, so shouldn't be any opportunity to actually steal this away. It will be the dragon. It will be the kills. And now the gold lead is essentially meaningless, right?
Fusion from the cult. First items completed across the board. Cream will scale up as Knight's caught out a little bit. Redemption being used for the extra damage. Cataclysm, Satchel out, but still the Demacian standing up from Knight. Any push is happening, and you can't push into a Ziggs because he just puts that explosive minefield down as On flashes forward for the double pop Blossom, and they lock up Jackie Love. Elk will get the kill. Hung's gonna fall second. BLG collapse again in the mid lane. They're setting up for the. You're gonna get tower as well. Satchel charge down from Knight. That tower is gone.
That's
first tower of the game for BLG. They'll get the objective, as you say. That's the feats of strength, unless Kanavi can somehow steal this, but he can't get in range for the smite. TP coming in as top Esports are looking for a little bit more of a fight, but there's going to be
a On there, a bit disrespectful in the positioning, and On makes him pay. He has the flash, even able to give that kill over. Kanavi, though, he's not giving up.
369's here for the collapse. Mega Inferno Bomb coming down. Kanavi down to 500 HP. 369 looking for the Flame Spitter, but now On and Knight on their way, and there's a TP behind. 369 has to try and flash away from the Hexplosive. Might be Bin in the back line. 369 put in the trash. Cream having to flash away. Jackie Love with a culling, but that
Kanavi was down there early. They're utilizing 369 multiple times to get preferential lane setups for Jackie as well, and now you're just bleeding out towers.
In the last 2 minutes, we've gone from a 1,000 gold lead for top Esports to a 2K lead for BLG. Shadow here, look for the damage on the Hung with the Rift Tower charging in. There's a Drake up in 40 seconds, so they just want the pressure. Meanwhile, Cream is pushing in the top lane, but Knight is answering that with pressure down towards bottom side.
But this is just such nice map play here from BLG. Of course, Cream doing a good job trading what he can, but you do not win trades like this against Herald and Ziggs. The tower is going to die here as well. On's looking.
On pop Blossom onto 2, 369 the target, and Bin Bin calls in the gods. Hung the next target, unbreakable no longer. BLG find another couple.
They take the dragon, and BLG are really looking strong in this game one.
5 minutes away from an Ocean Soul. Quite a long time in these. Culling down. Bin's just going to charge his way away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cream trying to defend against 4, but he's not doing it as well as Bin can. 1-for-1 exchange. A tier 2 in mid, though. BLG will look for more as they push down the inhib.
Exactly. Bin knows he's going to die, but he just wastes so much of their time. On again. Gets a wraparound here. Finds another great engage. And not only do they get 1 tower, they get 2 towers.
There's a flank from Shadow. He's all the way behind them here, Azale.
And we'll see. Shadow's looking.
Oh, it's On, actually, who's got the flank. It's all the Zin on the minimap, and On's going to find a Pop Blossom here. Top Esports, they don't know what's coming. Pop Blossom onto 4! The Call of the Forge got a eulogy for TES! As a great collapse comes out from BLG, they continue to flash forward. Cream trying to survive, and he just can't do it. The TP behind. BLG don't want to leave a man standing. Knight makes them kneel. A double for him. A perfect flank. And that's what BLG are all about.
He is not off. This man is on today. And he is on one on this Nico. How many plays have we seen started off by these beautiful Nico flanks? This one was perfection. Started by On and finished off by Knight. TP's down. The flanking.
Sundered Sky, Black Cleaver on the Jarvan. The Braum perhaps, but he's had to go Redemption because all supports do in this day and age. The Drake begun by BLG. Top Esports trying to collapse, but they don't really have the vision in here. Kanavi almost had another bouncing one. How does Kanavi get in there? Forced away by the Mega Inferno Bomb. Hung having to run away. And there is the Soul, the priceless moment.
Comes in behind TES with a perfect flank, ready to kick off, and here he comes again.
Looking for Kanavi, gets him right on the tip of it. Kanavi with a Cataclysm will be able to survive. Call of the Forger comes out, Bin flashes for it, and claps him down. Top Esports now at a man at disadvantage. Jackie make it 2 down. BLG might just push in for the win here. And there we go. BLG will take the Baron. Expect the resets to come out here. I wonder if just has to walk away from it. That tower's already forfeit. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Bin continues to push in, trying to sink these waves up. On will clear out the vision. Hung looking for that Winter's Bite. Does connect to the shockwave down, but Cream's almost dead. The bouncing bomb not quite enough to kill him off. Elko can step back forward. Shadow diving in. Only a cannon minion here. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Bin has a couple of waves to help him push this inhibitor. Bot wave still a long way away, but BLG need to wait another 10 seconds or so before they have another wave to bolster their attack on this top side.
I mean, it's a fantastic shockwave on both the carries by Cream, but they have Ocean Soul, so they're right back to full health, and Bin has already knocked down the first inhibitor. Second one is gone. It's 2 autos and a satchel, and everything is just going to die.
When do you go? When do you attack as Top Esports? Because BLG are close enough now that you can't just pick off an isolated member. They'll push him with triple cannons and now look down towards that bottom side. The inhibitor tower has already fallen, so Shadow can just start whacking away at that inhib. 10k gold, just the gold lead as Hung has to flash away just from Shadow. Mega Inferno bomb blocked with the Unbreakable. Redemption down, not in time. Even with the Fountain trying to help him out, Hung cannot survive. Cream flashes out, but it's knocked up with the Q3 from Shadow. And Equalizer down. It's not going to equalize this game at all. 369 gets a couple, but BLG get the base.
What a performance here from BLG, despite the early game heroics from Kanavi and Hong. They got so many early game kills, it just didn't even matter.
Huge performance from BLG coming back from that deficit. Not giving
standard hard engage, or is it going to be Enchanter trying to play for the 2v2. With Alistar there, it really does lower the priority on Rel, so instead they're going to go Poppy. So they're going to go more for the denial of the engage rather than having hard engage themselves.
Hung, and we'll be able to secure this first Drake.
Sometimes, you get fancy with it, you do what you're talking about. Just go down bot to catch that wave eventually.
Yeah, and this was my thought, right? You have a numbers advantage. You know the Sivir doesn't have teleport, so Top Esports will get the first Drake and 3 grubs. 2 of those objective slaying feats as Shadow tries to steal one away. Maybe they'll look for Kanavi.
What shape was that?
Oh, that was, a perfect apple.
Apple?
Spheroid.
So apple is the positive fruit and pear is the negative.
Spheroid as Hung. Cease and desist onto Jackie Love. On jumps in, flashes forward for the double pulverize. Jackie Love stunned up with a trample. The keeper's verdict finds them all guilty. but really have been able to find, because Steadfast Presence exists. Unless we saw Hung use it earlier on in the lane as they were trying to push it up, as Bin's caught out, all out from 369. He just wins out the 1v1, no Dominus on Bin. On now caught out a little bit, but he's going to get the knockback onto Kanavi. Has to flash away as Bolt Breaker out. Will get the CC onto that Trundle. Knight trying to put the damage in from the side, and Emperor's Divide coming out again as Shadow tries to retreat. Takes Kanavi, jumps back in with a Bolt Breaker. Cream in the middle of them, and Knight still so healthy. The Blastco knocks back 3 of BLG. Knight flashes the wall, and Cream is churned to butter. BLG find 2.
Anyone, they juggle the health bars there so well, just using the HP as a resource. Everyone just coming in and out.
We have a bit of a swip swap from game 1 as Shadow looks for Cream. Cease and desist down. Knight look for the damage with that twofold Hex. Weirding out, not enough. Shadow dies to the soldiers. Just not enough from Knight to get the kill, and Cream happily accepts one. Knight now needs to run away. TP out as he knows with the pillar down, there's no more CC that can interrupt that.
A couple tower shots himself and then just gets knocked down by Cream. And now Kanavi topside. Bin could be in trouble again.
Bin might be caught out here as 369 looks for the Intofos, gets the knockback after the pillar, all out, pulls Bin back, Dominus popped, but Bin will be the one going pop as Top Esports find another 3-3 now. And BLG, they have to be defensive, they have to step back a little bit. There's the first tower, Cream steps forward, knowing there's no jungler on this side of the map, knowing that Elkanon are up towards that top side. There's the beats for Top
Gold, but the other team I think is easier to play out, in my opinion, has better scaling, and is now going to be at Soul Point. And when you're playing a hard engaged comp here, with this buy, with this Aurora, and you're looking at Mountain Soul, that's one of the worst, if not to get more than just that flash, it feels like right now. We are expecting that bot lane tower to go down for sure. Elk won't be able to get this though.
On with the headbutt back. Shadow here to try and protect his Alistar, and Tofu is not going to hit with that Q3. Elk gets the mid lane tower as he trades onto Jackal, but the spell shield doesn't block the piercing arrow. Barrier coming out from Elk. Meanwhile, Cream engaging onto Knight, who uses the weirding to try and dodge away. The dive in by 369 isn't going to be enough as On's caught down towards the bottom side. Elk able to walk away in mid. Meanwhile, Bin continues to push a tier 2 perhaps for Top Esports towards this top lane, but with a TP coming in, Knight's looking for the re-engage. Weirding onto Cream, gets the slow, gets the damage. Shadow goes between the uprights, can't hit 369 or Kanavi. Elk on the flank, spell shields, but now he's isolated. Has to flash the wall, but with an exhaust, he's clubbed around the head by Kanavi. Top
Esports to contest, they're falling behind.
Top Esports will be low. Armor Magic is this shredded by this Archon. 369 trying to block, weirding out, knock up onto him with the headbutt. Shadow trying to come in from the bottom side, but it looks like BLG will just give up the ghost. Archon secured by Kanavi and
playmaking ability, he could potentially get in onto Elk. They're first here to set up.
On, Steadfast Presence popped there by Hung. Pillar down as well. Hung using the unbreakable well chain of corruption. Gonna land onto Elk as well and will lock him up on down. Elk unable to step up and help out his cow. Meanwhile, Bin's looking for the flank here as BLG. They've got 2 prongs of the trident, but Top Esports have all 5 players left alive. Shadow forced away. The Drake begun by Top Esports. Knight trying to get in there, but can't find an avenue to approach through the brick wall that is 369. Bin going forward for Jackula. Ruthless Predator flashed away, cease and desist onto that backline as well, but the collapse from Top Esports is massive. Between worlds goes Knight, and Top Esports still managing to survive through it. They turn it around. Kanavi and 369 just diving in. Bin will get 1 in response, but only 2 left alive for BLG. Means Soul is the prize for Top Esports.
It's a good try there from BLG. As Knight is going to hang around, he knows they can't give Soul. It's going to be a total prayer over the wall. And it was pretty darn close to being here with Elk. But the problem is, TES, I think, are strong enough now with this super tanky Kasanta. You can just threaten the dive. He can just take it up forever.
And that's exactly what they do. Elk has to flash away. Meanwhile, there's a TP behind them between world seasons. Assist all onto Jackie Love. The follower coming out from On. And BLG are looking for the fight. Kanavi still very healthy. Hung almost going down. He's going to have to flash away. Shadow gets killed off. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Jungle up for AD carry. Bin just going to run back up towards that top side. They might try and catch Kanavi as he walks across. Bin, Ruthless Predator can't get the stun. Goes in. Unable to find it, chomped out by Kanavi. TP coming back here as 369 is going to join Top Esports on the push. Surprised that Elk was able to survive that. The tower helping out a lot.
But the fact that Shadow's down and the fact that Azir is still up means this Baron is up and available. If you can't dive them, force them to come to you, and that's exactly what TES are doing.
Bin doesn't have that ultimate. 369 looks for the Intofos. Hung's looking for that flank position. The Baron down to about half HP. With the Predator stun onto 369, the disengage. Cream goes in! The Emperor's Divine fights 2, but but not Elk. Kanavi's going to chase him out, though. On trying to protect his AD carry, but he just can't get there in time. It's roast beef for Top Esports as they claim to.
Full control here. 369 just kind of pushing them back, and then they decide, all right.
BLG, they love to get pulled into a skirmish from time to time. And you see that here. It's 11-6. It's a 3,000 gold lead. There's a soul for Top Esports. It's all done, but the Nex is falling. And Top will just take it slow. They're like, okay, we'll push through bot. We'll force you away. We don't have to take the fight. They're still going to look for On, but with Redemption coming out, Kanavi still trying to club him. We'll take him. Chain of Corruption down as well onto Shadow. Goes in with the Season Desist. Knight looking for the damage, but Kanavi's too healthy to do anything about it. And they're just methodical. They'll force you off, they'll take the towers, they'll look for the inhibs, and BLG can't find a way back in.
Yeah, BLG just simply don't have the damage in a lot of these skirmishes to really even threaten them whatsoever. With the Mountain Soul Shield, with all of their gold lead, they are looking to end the game and tie us up right here.
The LPL Finals went all 5. Top Esports and BLG looking to make it go all 3 here. One win between either of them and that quarterfinal spot for Top Esports. They just need to take down this Nexus. BLG trying to defend. Elk using that ricochet. On goes in with a double pulverize, but the tower's almost fallen. No Nexus towers left alive. Bin, Ruthless Predator, won't find the stun. On forced away. BLG forced away. And Top Esports will force us to a game 3.
A beautiful bounce back here from TES. Bin, though, of course, does get his choice of the counter. Jax is his iconic pick. It is the matchup that I definitely think can outscale and eventually start to win out against that Mordekaiser. But I also just he's level 6.
Slap his way in as well. As you say, Elk not yet level 6. Doesn't have that Feather Storm. Kanavi's going to cut the wave. Cream wants to call in a bit of assistance. Has Mom on the end of a telephone. Meanwhile, Knight moving across with that Hero's Entrance. Drake secured for base 1. Now Top Esports know they have a man advantage, a numbers advantage. Here's the Hero's Entrance. Supreme Displays talent flashed away by Elk, and Hung is hung out to dry underneath the tower. Good double taunt as well. They'll look for Kanavi. Next, he's down. Knight makes them kneel, but the turnaround from Cream is huge. On jumps in the Gleaming Quill. Elk will fall. Cream takes a tower shot. The Winds of War not enough to blow him over.
And I just kind of am shocked that TES fully committed to it.
Top Esports now with 5 players up towards this Grubs. Top Esports got one. Bin jumps in with the counter-strike, does get the stun onto Hong. On down to half HP, flash away from Bin. Death Grip onto base 1. They're going to be able to get a kill at the feet of Strength Warfare. In fact, goes over to BLG. They're off for the Grub as well. In the end, a 2-for-1 exchange in the Grubs. Top Esports.
You didn't misspeak.
It's true, it's true. That Rocket Belt, a possibility. Kanavi, oh, good route, but base 1 going in with the Cyclone. There's the Hero's Entrance. Supreme Display of Talent, and the flash used by Kanavi to get away. But Cream, the next target. Cyclone secondary going to get the knockout. Winds of War not enough again.
And that is going to put them on a 2-0 Dragon lead here, which is starting to feel a little bit like game 1, you know, when you're starting to think back. It's been a lot about these Dragon stacking games, you know, control, forcing your opponents to take these fights that they're not necessarily ready for. And they're going to see if second try works better here against Bin.
Yeah, no teleports to support Bin here. On does have the quickness, and he's on his way across. Kanavi caught out. There's the counter-strike, Solar Flare. On coming in, gets the quickness down, but Bin's already dead. Hung has to flash away. Meanwhile, underneath the tower, 369 is chasing On out, obliterates him. Jackie with the flash auto's enough. It's 2-0 for TS.
Nicely done there by TES. This time they make it work, and not only do they kill Bin, they're going to deny a lot of CS. They're going to knock down this tower very likely as well. Trying to play for this first turret. They kill off On. Elk can't even get there. So a lot of resources committed to this side. You can see Cream playing very defensive down on the bot side. Knows engage. So if you're just fishing with that Leona ult, and you can just be able to have cleanse on your Xayah plus that Gales.
The quickness follow-up. Supreme Display of Talent coming out with the counter-strike from Bin is enough to get 1. They'll look for Hung as the second. Knight teleports in. Hung falls 2 quick kills for BLG.
I'm really favoring their position here once again. I feel like they're in a good spot. Beats is going to be a decent amount of combat power. They're going to get the Herald, which is likely going to result in a tower. But Cream is getting farmed here, just continuing to try to scale up. 163 stacks right now. Bin going to be looking for him, though.
Triforce. Cream does have the flash and has that flap. Counter-strike out. Cream's going to get stunned. Grandmaster's might coming. Where you going, Cream? Back to your teammate. Mom there for a bit of a heal, but Bin slapping him as he gets the solo kill. 369 here to join Elk, trying to bolster the defenses of Bin as they get another counter-strike down. On dashing around. Bin knows he's going to die. He's in the Death Realm, and 369 will hit him across the face with a mace to even it out. That will even out a bit of this gold deficit that BLG found found themselves in. It's down to 1K.
All 5 down here. So TES needs to get something because Bin is going to be the inevitable problem. There's no TP, so no one can answer Bin.
Oh, On gets the flank onto Cream here. Elk looking for the damage. Death Grip not going to connect. Solar Flare down, lands the stun onto On, but Rakan not really the target that you want. He still has the quickness. Meanwhile, Top Esports continue to push in for the tier 1 on the bot side. Redemption being used. Supreme Titan does catch onto Elk, and he cleanses, and Featherstorm's away. The charm from On under the tower means absolute destruction for BLG. They find 2. They land a taunt on 369 as well. The tower still stands, but 369 tanks it up. In the end, a 3-for-2 exchange, but Bin continues to push in a side lane.
Yeah, Bin wasn't even there. It was a 5v3 for a while, and then the Wukong arrives. It's still a 4v5. Meanwhile, Bin is just getting so much gold up on that top side. TES, you really don't want to give up Soul Point here.
Yeah, you got to try and fight it, but Bin comes in with a counter-strike. Now 369 isolated. Kanavi's going to try and jump across this wall, puts down the control wall for a little bit of vision, but On goes in with the grand entrance, looking for that knock-up, hits the Gleaming Quill. Kanavi jumps in, Kanavi gets it, steals it, pays for it with his life, but he delays the soul. And
ready, so that big playmaking tool, now all of a sudden, Beishwan or Bin throw themselves in the back line. Galio comes over the top.
Now pull it up towards this top side. Cream standing on that front line. His hit 224, needs one more. Gets it with 225, now has that burn. The Archon down to 3,000, On looking for the quickness, doesn't land it on anyone. Has to dive onto 369, the Hero's Entrance coming out as Kanavi secures the Archon. 369 standing in the middle of them all. Elk with a Featherstorm, trying to pull back with the Blade Caller. Base 1 almost down, 369 falls first, but Cream is flapping his way onto the backline, has to flash away. Bin dives forward with a flash of his own into the pit, but Top Esports are coming out on top. In the end though, Bin finds Cream, now it's all on Jackie. The bot lane's the only ones alive.
No reason to try to contest this, but Bin is still sitting in a dangerous position, and maybe they're going to try to look for something afterwards. Bin positioning to try to maybe catch Cream as he does walk down.
I like it because you also have Beishwan coming in from the
They're
top side here. There's the TP, they go into Cream. Cyclone down, Bin can't get in range for the counter-strike. Cream's going to flap his way across the wall. Supreme display of talent, doesn't find anyone. Mom's going to heal him up, now his outfits as Cream up towards the top side. 369 on Beishwan in the Death Realm. Will get him, Elf's going to get one for one exchange so far as Bin dives onto the backline. Hung trying to retreat from Knight, but 369's there to help him out. Knight's going to flash into the pit. Kanavi caught out by Bin and On, no range for them, but the counter-strike just short. Kanavi, can he escape? Knight has that flank. His team has given up the ghost on him. He tries to dive onto Elk, but for it, he just One's going to get caught up towards the top side, dashes away, has that Gleaming Quill, TP in, as well as Bin goes in for the counter strike. He lands it onto Kanavi. Supreme Talent's going to get him stunned. The Cyclone for Beishwan. Jackie Lert's already killed off On, and Top Esports just immediately turn it around. Beishwan trying to swing around with a Cyclone, but it's a Tempest for BLG. Now 2 for 2. Elk on the back foot. Knight gets caught in the Justice Punch. Elk flashes, finds the root, finds the Featherstorm. Jackie answers. Jackie flashes in. Jackie Love.
Free firing. And from here, it looks like it is absolutely cooked for BLG until Elk finds an incredible fight, knocking down multiple members, and then here on the side.
And Kanavi have it. I'm not sure if 369, yes he did, came up in time to take it too. Now with the Red Bull Baron power play does work. You have a Cyclone, you counter-strike, Hero's Entrance, quickness, you have all of these tools, but Top Esports' ability to split, ability to scatter when that engage comes out, has been sublime so far.
And I have to give so much credit to Kanavi, 369, and Hung, who are making that job so hard. They're saying, yeah, you want to engage? I am walking into you. I am hitting you as you are trying to get close to my carries. You cannot just walk up for free and flash on them. You will take damage. You will get punished. And if you try to go for that engage and you fail, even just by a pixel, Cream and Jackie will make you pay for it. They are just destroying them at this point, as the third item is through for both of them. Now that rapid fire I talked about is there. The game is 10 times easier to play, it feels like, as Smolder. Once you have that third item, you get the rapid fire, you are just
dodge and dip around the fight. And now they will be on Soul.
They played 100 Thieves, Fnatic, G2, and then BKS.
Yeah.
People would think that is easily 3 wins and you're out.
Beishwan goes in, Hung the target, Hero's Entrance coming out, Hung was already going to flash away, Cream trying to put the damage down, On tries to get in with the engage, Solar Flare cleansed away by Elk, but look at how low BLG already are. Elk is going to be able to retreat for now. Top Esports continue to push in, 369 looks for the flash, Death Grip doesn't get it through the decoy. Top Esports on the advance.
Yeah, 369, short change to E there, misposition on his cursor, so it didn't actually fully extend, but it doesn't matter. They take the tier 2, they're going to crack the inhibitor towers here. You can see assist pings are deep. They're going to try to look for a TP play here. Bin's trying to find an angle.
Notice Hung doesn't have the TP, the flash. Counter-strike out, Bin gets exhausted immediately. Knight looks for that flank. Bin with a stopwatch, ongoing in, grand entrance. Meanwhile, on the top side, 369 the target for Elk. Hung's already down, Bin looking for a re-engage, dives in onto Jackie Love, that's 2! Bin's doing it, Knight flashes away, but Kanavi dives in. On with a battle dance, the counter-strike from Bin will get 1! 369 down, it's a triple for Bin! He's looking for more! Make it 4 for BLG!
This many threats, but look at BLG. Threatening a potential flank. If TS move up here, they might just go.
The strike, they dive in immediately. Hero's Entrance coming out as well. Kanavi able to flash away with the supreme display of talent. 369 on that front line, catches out Base 1. He's putting the Cyclone. Jackie Love trying to Gatling gun through Base 1, and he'll find him. Bin jumps back in. On there with the quickness, he gets 2 with the grand entrance. Hung trying to escape. The dive in from Bin again as he chases them down. Counter-strike out, only finds the Leona stunned up, and he's going to dive further forward. McHale's, Sonya's, can Bin jump out? He dives back in somehow. The counter-strike enough to keep him alive through the orders, and Gatling gun Knight's going to retreat. Top Esports engulf their opponents, but BLG have been so good at stepping back, and once again, Beishuan is looking for that flank position. The Cloud Drake begun by Top Esports. Beishuan looks for the Cyclone. It's a category 5, but he's knocked into the wall. The Drake secured Soul, but Top Esports, they begin to retreat. Mom comes down, Cream finds 1. Beishuan going out, and Elk has been slain. It's hunting season for Cream. He finds 2. Jackie adds another. Top Esports find the fight, and they'll march down the bot lane.
Beishuan looked for the engage, but Kanavi instantly denies it, stuns him into the wall, and seals their fate. Top have done it.
Top won't go through the bottom lane. They'll go through the LPL champions. They'll go through to the quarterfinals. Top by name, top by nature. In the battle of the LPL, TES rises victorious and makes it to quarters.
What a battle.